Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are back. We are back to prep for tonight's wall comp. What a long day it's been. If I had remembered that the wall comp was so late, I probably wouldn't have done the Survivor stream earlier today. I really did a 3-hour Survivor stream into the episode, into the recap, into this. But listen, it's fine. We're happy about it because we got some good content. We got some good stuff here. I am live on YouTube and Twitch. So here's the plan, just to set this up. I am live a bit earlier than the wall comp seems like it will start. I think it could start anywhere from about 30 minutes from now to potentially an hour from now. So we'll just hang out here, continue to celebrate a bit. And then when the wall comp starts, we will watch it. If you haven't done this before, I cannot show you the wall comp, although I might be able to occasionally throw up some visuals as I do for like the other stuff we do. Although I don't quite have that set up, do I? Maybe find something here. Yeah, I could just do that. Something like this, and then I think I just messed up my preset for the genius, but that's fine. Throw it up there occasionally. Laura, thank you for the $10 over on YouTube. The BB service. What a night. What a night. I seem to have some clips of me are going around, I think. I had a little bit of a moment there. Had a little bit of a crazy eyes moment. Katie, thank you for the 37th. Yeah, the left side of the memory wall. I think it's done, right? I don't think Riley was on the left side. I mean, the thing about the Riley situation is that, like, it's pretty helpful in, like, letting you know who you should avoid. Silver, thank you for the $9.99. Wish they could have shown that Riley told Lauren to use the veto. I know, right? Riley exit interview is tomorrow. So the plan will be, of course, to chat. We can certainly workshop some questions. My goal, Infamous, thank you for this 18th, by the way. Because we talked about it a little bit after the podcast. We are, I think, like 8th in line or something. Like, they talked to a fair amount of people ahead of us. So I'm currently just kind of feeling like, okay, so there's a couple of things, right, with the exit interviews. On one hand, a lot of people that come to us only, right? They're only hearing our questions. From my perspective, sorry, I'm not speaking to the mic. From my perspective, it's like, oh, well, I've already seen this person on a different interview ask this question, and I already know what their answer is going to be. And so, like for myself, I almost want to build off of a previous interview more so than do the basic questions. But I have to remember that a lot of people will only watch our interview. And so you still have to ask a lot of the basic questions while still, and what I would try to do is still try to get in some follow-ups. That's what I did with Zach, where there was a good follow-up that I could ask from Mike's interview. But I'm assuming that by the time it gets around to us, he will have heard a bunch of things already be up on the defensive, probably already have some speeches ready, some PR answers. Sloth, thank you for the third. So, I think worst case scenario, we ask him all the same tough questions. He gives all the same tough answers. And it is what it is. But ideally, I'd love to find some way of building off of previous interviews, if that's possible. Has a contestant ever declined exit interviews? I believe so, actually. Some like vets, I think, have. I don't think new players have much. I know that interview outlets have declined to interview players. Which I mean, I haven't talked to Rob about that, but like I very much like basically if I were told you're not allowed to ask Riley about Catherine, I would then say, okay, I'm not doing the interview then. That happened in it's actually in the book. In Big Brother 8, they did not allow certain questions for some of the players, and the Associated Press declined to do interviews. I believe in that instance it was because they were on the jury. But they had no. I have no reason to believe they wouldn't allow it. Other than the fact that they are so obviously trying to hide it from the episodes. I wouldn't ask about the babies. I mean, like obviously all of like the baby stuff is like, as far as I'm concerned, I never like looked deeply into it. I did an interview with Reality Steve, the other day, and he was asking me about like the baby stuff, and I was just like, unfortunately, like anything about the feeds, I got you. I'm not the person to ask about all the outside stuff. People are all talking about the different families and what they're. I honestly, I don't know. There've been too many instances for me where it's like somebody claiming to be this person is saying this, or you know, somebody who is this person is saying this. Um, you know, I just don't know if it's true. I just don't have any way of verifying it. I'm not a journalist, you know. Um, and I don't think it's like super relevant to what we're seeing. What we're seeing is, you know, awful by itself. So that's been my sort of approach there. Crafting a question for someone who's done not good things. Yeah, I mean, it's really, again, I feel like it's so dependent. I've never been much of a like um like when it comes to interviews for me, I've always been very vibes based. Um, I like being conversational if possible. It's really tough to do that in a 10-minute interview, but if possible, I like to try to get a feel for what I'm getting, so that I can adjust accordingly. Um, so that's where it's like what is his approach going to be in the interviews? How is he going to be approaching these kinds of topics? Is he going to be defensive? Is he going to, you know, try to gaslight? Um, is he going to be apologetic? Unlikely, but um, you know, I think that's uh, like the way that I approach is probably dependent on where that goes. Um, yeah, he was so shocked that we saw he was gonna marry Kat. Is slow mode still on? It is. Yeah, we can turn it off. Chances he says you don't see everything. Listen. I feel like the response is, oh, we saw enough. I feel like the main thing is, will he try to justify any of his behavior, any and all of his behavior via like Cat liked it or Cat wanted it, right? Um and like how do you, so like again, like that's the thing. If he says something like that to say Mike Bloom, that informs me, okay, I need to be ready for him to do that, right? Um and so how do you approach him in regards to that? And I want to be ready for that kind of discourse. Um, and it's tough. Like genuinely, it's tough. It's going to be very difficult to have any kind of. I mean, these are not set up to be productive conversations. These exit interviews are set up to be, you know, oh, how goofy was it that you had to that you the farting pig, like these are not designed to be hard hitting, you know, like we get 10 minutes for a reason, you know what I mean? Um so trying to do something like the thing is that you know people, I mean there's multiple things, you know, despite what they're set up for, People are looking for a certain thing, and they're looking for a certain thing because how do you just have like a regular conversation with the guy when this is like the main thing? You can't. So I mean, like the bottom line is, from my perspective at least, it's the whole interview. That's, I mean, maybe I could bring up like, why did you push Lauren to use the veto? Because obviously that got him up on the block. Um, but the whole interview should be about his behavior. That I just think that that's really, I think, like the best we can do. Jin, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. Will I run this week's stock watch questions back on Monday? I did, by the way. I was mentioning this on the podcast. Maybe I can show you some of this too. Stock watch chart. I was putting this together today. So this is the season as a whole ratings per week for the since Big Brother 21. Since I started asking the question, basically. I did ask the question in Big Brother 20, but I didn't start asking it until like halfway through the season, and the number of responses was a lot less. But it's really interesting to see like the progression of seasons. Like Big Brother 21 starts relatively, and I like too that it shows like the green and the red, like what's really good, what's really bad. It's like Big Brother 21 starts pretty bad, gets way worse for a while, then kicks up at day 44, then hovers around that middle section until the end. Big Brother 22 starts slightly above average and then quickly starts falling and never recovers. Big Brother 23 starts really strong for about half the season, then falls to like a middling rating for the rest of the season. Big Brother 24 starts very low and then slowly rises, falls again, and then rises back up. Big Brother 25 starts very strong for half the season and then just goes down in craters and has the worst final rating of a season. Big Brother 26, just fairly solidly in the green for most of the season. I am surprised at how green the second half of Big Brother 26 stayed. I think that like a lot of people just kind of tuned out, but were like, the first half of the season was good enough. They weren't actively mad at what was happening. It was just boring. And then BB27 so far has been on a relatively steady decline with a small bump the last couple of weeks. Very curious to see what happens here for week 7. Then you have the episodes, which is much more like a week to week thing. So like week 6 of BB21 and week 7 of BB25 are the two highest episode ratings. So this is day 44. And this is, I think, the Izzy flip. The other day 44. But then week 1 of BB27, right up there. Weirdly, down over here, week 11 of BB21 and week 12 apparently had some great episodes. I think one of those, at least, is the Jackson lie. So some very interesting data here, I thought. And then we have the feeds ratings, which I think generally the feeds ratings mimic the season ratings fairly decently. Only they tend to be much more extreme. But we've got like the leftovers week. We've got week 1 of BB25, week 1 of BB26. Lots of like really high ratings in the first half of seasons. And then lots of red ratings in the second half of seasons. Like it's such a clear delineation. Every single week 6 has been like nearly in the green of every season since BB21. And then week 7, almost all red. Week 8, even more almost all red. So we are at the point at which the season often starts to fall in terms of feeds quality. So interesting. And then HOH reigns. This one is even wider. That's very wide, geez. It's so wide. So Rachel, I mentioned this on the podcast. Rachel has the highest HOH rating since I started doing it. We started doing it on Taylor's HOH in Big Brother 24. Before that, I used to ask, do you agree with their decision? Before that, I asked, who should they have targeted? It wasn't until BB24, Taylor's HOH reign, that I asked to rate the HOH reign. But Rachel and then Ava have the 2 highest HOH reigns. Then you've got like Michael's during Dire Fest. You've got Corey's double eviction. Is that Corey's double eviction? Yeah, Corey's double eviction HOH. You've got Turner's HOH right before the double eviction. You have Felicia's HOH, Tucker's HOH. Then you have Mackenzie, the worst rated HOH in the history of the ratings, followed by Bowie Jane, then Mickey's, then Matt's, then Lauren, then Vince. So a lot of people this season have had historically bad HOH reigns, according to the Stockwatch ratings. One thing I would be interested in seeing is like, because for a couple of these, I did what did you think of the HOH reign last week? Which I actually think is like more fun or more accurate, I should say. Like Rachel's HOH reign, I think would be rated way higher even at this point. Because you have to rate in the middle of the week. And I think it would be more accurate if we did it after the fact, but I haven't done that because I didn't think I would ever like organize the data like this. So I don't have a good historical backlog of that data. But I'm wondering if I should start adding it consistently. But I think this is fun. And then now every week we can like cycle through. We can go from ratings, where we can do like episodes, fill it in, feeds, and we can like visually very easily track like when we put the number in, is it green? Is it neutral? Is it red? How does it compare to the previous ones this week? Like all kinds of much more interesting sort of like visual stuff. I genuinely don't know why I never thought of doing this. I literally just had the idea to screenshot the player rankings in the middle of the podcast, and I was like, wait, why haven't I just done this? I think I used to have more data stuff, but I think maybe I thought it was too complicated to do myself. Doc, thank you for the 35th. One thing I don't really know the best way to do is the player rankings, other than just showing a screenshot. Like, I don't know if there's a better way to track historically. It's just like there's so many data points and it's all relative to each season and each set of players that I don't know if there's even a lot of value to it. So I'm not sure. I certainly don't think there's much I can do on a spreadsheet at the very least. Regs, thank you for the 8th month. Anna Callie, thank you for the 57th. Ashley, thank you for the 499. I will be streaming for the wall comp. Honestly, it's probably not gonna take that long. I don't think a wall comp has gone past like 40 minutes in the last few years. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to look at like average rating across the season. You literally just like highlight. Can you see this? You can't see the average rating. Hold on. Whoops. It's just like really far down. You see the average in the bottom right corner? So season 21, the average rating was 4.9-ish. Season 22, 5. Wow, season 22 actually beat season 21. That's interesting. Season 23, a 7.3, much higher. Season 24, a 6.3. Season 25, 6.8. Season 26, 7.3. What was season 23? 7.36 versus 7.36. Wow, they're tied? Exactly tied. That's wild. So far, this season's been 6.25. I think Walcott might start soon. We are approaching the end of the West Coast airing. I got a text from Franny, who I think is probably watching the West Coast airing. Oh my god, it's happening. Euro Cheese, thank you for the $10. Late to the party, love the morning podcast every season. Are they showing the wall comp? Yes. Well, they will be. They will be. They have not started it yet. But it is a good chance it'll start soon. Wall comp feeds came up 12:06 Eastern last year. Okay, good to know. All right, let me prep a tweet here. All right, all right. Ready for it to go. If you have Pluto or regular live feeds, either one should be fine. Okay. We are about a minute over. What we just learned was that last year it was about 6 minutes past. From Franny. Wow, that was incredible. Franny was so great this morning. Am I wrong? Like, I thought it was so fun to have Franny on. Her energy is always great. It was so fun to like get. Man, I saw the feed switch. It was so fun to get somebody who is like a little bit newer to the experience of live feeds. There are some things you just sort of like accept. It's like she's like, man, they talk in circles, dude. JJ, thank you for the 1999 watching from Mustang, Oklahoma to celebrate the eviction. Thank you so much. What a celebration we have. Wow, over 2,000 on YouTube right now. Oh, prediction. You know what? We should get a prediction running. Good call. Next off the wall, we will go. Let me pull up Ashley, Ava, Catherine, Keanu, Kelly, Lauren, Mickey, Morgan. No, not Riley. Vince and Will. This is first off the wall. I just called it next off the wall so that I can repeat the question. D, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. All right, here's the prediction. I'm going to say this again. If the feeds come on and more than one person is already off the wall, I will refund this prediction and we'll start a new one. If one person is off the wall, I will answer the prediction. If nobody's off the wall and then one person falls, I will answer the prediction. If more than one person is off the wall and I find out immediately who the first person off the wall was, I will answer the prediction. But if I don't find out immediately, if I don't find out in the time it takes for me to delete the prediction and start a new one, I'm deleting the prediction because I want to get a new one up as fast as possible. Mr. Nice Guy, thank you for the $9.99. Trying to hold on to watch this wall comp. My 20-month-old wakes up at 6:30 a.m. and I'm on the East Coast. Oh, man. Listen, there's not many opportunities you get to watch wall comps. They might not be great nowadays. They might not be as fun as they used to be, but, you know, sometimes it's just worth it. If Morgan had been evicted, I might have said, do you need it in your life? But that's not what happened. Big money on Will, little money on Ava, and basically no money on anyone else. So if you are on Twitch, you can bet on the predictions. It's just with, you know, channel points. I bet maybe something I can do. Can I? How do you do polls in the YouTube chat? Start a poll. All right, for the YouTube chat, we're going to go over under 45 minutes for the wall comp. It's just a poll. There's no reward if you get this right. But we'll run it over under 45 minutes. See if that works. Let me pull the book thing maybe down here. Finish the book. One of your favorite books of the year. Thank you so much, Zuka. It's genuinely been so gratifying to see the people that have been reading the book. I can't imagine. I'm going to lose my mind when it's actually published and there's more people talking about it. I'm literally, and I'm not even this person. Like this is not who I am. I'm refreshing the Goodreads page every day. 18 reviews, 18 ratings, 11 reviews. Okay. There was one day when one of the ratings disappeared. It went from 18 to 17. I was like, what? Which one? I was like, I'm pretty sure I remember all of them. Which one went away? But it's back up to 18, and now there's 11 of them that are reviews. I haven't gotten new numbers from Pat. I am. We've scheduled a meeting with the marketing team, or we're trying to schedule a meeting in a couple weeks. So hopefully we can do that. I mentioned this before, but they've talked a little bit about like we want to make sure we sell at more than just one bookstore so that you are eligible for bestseller lists. But I don't really know exactly like what the plan is for that. Because it's like, if I'm already offering signed copies at this bookstore, like what's the incentive to buy from any other bookstore? You know what I mean? So we might try to do some events. We might try to like, you know, I don't know. That's what I want to ask about. Basically, I think the bestseller lists, they need to see that you've sold in multiple places, and they ask a variety of stores. Are you selling this? So like that's kind of like what I think supposed to be doing. Audio, but man, believe me, oh man, I wish I could give you an audiobook update. I really wish I could. That's another thing we're trying to do. And yes, I certainly do not rate the book on Goodreads unless you've actually read the book, please. I don't know if you're even able to, but please do not do that. But I would certainly like to give you an update. Sean, thank you for the $4.99. Do I think Vince will try to blame that fifth vote on Keanu to the others on his side? I don't think so, to be honest. You can rate on Goodreads. Oh, jeez. But audiobook, I'm trying. That's another thing we're trying to push on. Ashley with the $10. Who will Vinny put up if he wins? Honestly, I don't know. I think he would try to backdoor Rachel. I don't think he would put her up straight up. I think he'd try to get Kelly to volunteer for him. I think he'd throw up maybe Mickey, maybe Catherine. Like throw up a couple pawns. Maybe he'd try to get Keanu to volunteer for him. But then I think he'd try to maybe flip the script on Rachel if possible. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Jane with the 10 Canadian. Who's my money on for the wall? I don't. I'm feeling Keanu, to be honest. I'm feeling like Keanu might win. I think he's got the motivation right now. I think he's got the strength. I think it could be him. I mean, let's think back to the last few years of wall winners. Last year, Tucker. The year before that, Jared. The year before that, Taylor. The year before that was Derek X. Year before that was All Stars. Danny. But she did, like, it was her, Cody, Nicole. Year before that it was Jackson. Sabrina with $5. If Catherine had used the veto on Vince last week, does Vince keep Riley this week instead? I don't think so, to be honest. Who wants to know if we want to set up a co-stream? Sure. Like, which kind? Are we chatting, or are we gonna try to like do something techie? Twitch co-stream feature. Yeah, I thought something like that might. Jane with the Canadian 10. Do I think Keanu's upset with Vince? Yeah. Will he finally stop believing Vince and trust Rachel? Who knows? The collab feature. Jess, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Wow, a 5!
Pia doesn't know how. I also don't know how. I should really, like, look into it. The thing is, like, my functionality on Twitch and OBS is like, I will spend a day working on it, or like a week working on stuff, and then ride that setup into the ground for years, and then spend another week working on stuff. and then in between, Steph will poke me enough to be like, Taran, do these things, and I'll be like, fine. If it wasn't for Steph, there'd be nothing in between. Steph is our wonderful mod, one of our wonderful mods here. I did just set up some of the Nightbot stuff earlier today. Zoe with $5. Would I ever go on Big Brother? If not, why? Would I ever? I wouldn't say never. But I would not say I am inclined to. Reason being, it's, 90 to 100 days of very intense, mentally taxing things, just like, I don't need that for my mental health. Lee, thank you for the $5. Do I think that the wall comp has a chance to go long because more people feel like they need to win? I would hope so, but I mean, also, like, genuinely, I could go on Big Brother, and let's say I go on Big Brother, I get like 6th place. I lose out on the vast majority of the income I make in the year. Maybe not vast majority. I miss out on the biggest like part of my year to make money. And in return I make like, you know, however many weeks that is to make it to final six, like $8,000. Guzzy, thank you for the $5. Can't be the only one that thinks they rigged the blockbuster. It'd be tough to do that. Yeah, I mean, you know, there is certainly like, you know, maybe you gain a bigger following, you know, maybe you do make more money, maybe you win the season, stuff like that. But like honestly, it's like it really is much more so just like the mental health stuff. I really feel like I just don't need that in my life, you know? Rowan with $5. Recaps made me go from seeing BB20 to absolutely obsessed with the season's feeds. Thank you. Thank you, Rowan. What am I doing with Puya? How are we getting Puya? Should we just jump on a call? Guitar, thank you for the $2. I think Riley's just dumb. Steph was sending instructions. That is true. Here we go. In stream view on Twitch, should be able to change the collaboration panel. Stream. Community. Jack, thank you for the 511. And Tammy with YouTube's going wild right now with donations. We said Discord. Yeah, okay. We'll just do Discord call. I think that makes sense. I think it's got to be about to start. Let me see if I can just run a Discord call. I'll keep these instructions in mind for the future. I can't hear the ringing. That's concerning. Oh boy, hold on. Okay. Bald guy with $5 just ordered my debut literary work. Thank you so much. And Jenny with $5. Congrats on the book. Yay for wall comp. Thank you. Solo with $1.99. Riley was just caught climbing back in. All right, I tried to call Puya. I did not get an answer. We'll see if I'm sure he just doesn't have it open yet or something. KOV, thank you for the 200. Somebody asked, what's the best way to support me on Twitch? I mean, really, I would say my preferences in order would be buy a book, check out, I would say Patreon, but that's not Twitch, but like just in order of things. Right now, YouTube is running a promo where like every member gives me an additional 15 extra dollars. So like temporarily, that's pretty sick. Twitch Prime is free, which is cool. That's generally like the thing. In terms of monetary support, Patreon takes the least cut. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, right now the YouTube member stuff is, the promo is kind of wild. Adam with $5. How do I stay on top of the feeds? When do I sleep? I sleep when I'm dead.
Hello.
Oh, here we go. Hey.
How are you?
Doing well, Puya. Hold on. Let me see if I can make sure you're loud enough. How does Puya sound, guys? Well, he needs to talk again.
I'm talking. Hello.
That's pretty good,
Everyone
right?
excited?
Yeah.
We appropriately hyped. And
I
then
think
chat, y'all hear Taran fine?
Can you hear me? I think it's any minute now. It's got to be. It's still a little low.
Hello. Chat, get hyped. Throw some celebratory Kellis emotes if you're excited Riley left tonight. I want to see a wall of Kellis. Do it.
YBBA, thank you for
I'm not your
becoming a
boss.
robot on YouTube. And Belle, thank you as well for that robot status. Lissa with 200 bits. Will Catherine be upset with Lauren? Somebody asked this in the podcast. I think that she will not really have much choice. Just like, how can she be? Christine, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. It's the membership thing on YouTube. But yeah, how has your night been?
Dude, amazing.
Gee,
Absolutely amazing. We've been on cloud 9, honestly. And I got to see your reaction, so I know you are also on the same cloud as me.
Yeah. I feel like there've been so many clips of me this season.
More than before, I think.
I think people
sure.
like
more people are tapped in.
They like my misery, I think. My misery and I guess joy.
Yeah. Well, also, I feel like in the history of your Big Brother
Kalita,
coverage, I don't think
thank
you've
you.
ever F-bombed the way you have this past week. So that's also very new to us.
Yeah, people don't remember some of the older seasons.
No, not as much.
Uh,
Yeah, who you got winning, Taran? Who's your pre-feeds prediction?
I said I'm feeling Keanu.
Same.
Amy, thank you for becoming a robot. I feel like he wants it.
I want it for him too.
He's gonna feel particularly vulnerable because he is. He's a real strong dude. And I know he's heavy, but like, I think that the way the wall comps have gone, endurance is just a bit less of a factor. I think like bursts of strength are going to be a little more important.
Yeah, it's like you know how it's like some people have a burst of speed so they can do 100 meter, but if that same person did 400 meters, they would be like eighth. It's like that.
Yeah.
Where if you have that first hour strength, you honestly could just win it outright. I mean, look at the last couple, because I had to run through it earlier. Tucker and Jared are the last two that won. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Mark with the $5. Thank you. Will I be doing in-person book signings? It's possible, especially if my marketing team wants me to sell at other bookstores.
Do you think Keanu's going to blame Rachel for Riley leaving, even though she didn't vote?
Of course he will.
Fuck. Do you think he's going to put her up?
I don't think so, but you know, I really feel like I can't say anything definitively about this season.
Yeah, I feel like so many predictions have gone sideways this season.
Thank you for the subscription. Sam, welcome both. Lissa wants to know who will spill to Mickey that Ava wanted her gone. I don't think Mickey's getting any information unless she wins HOH.
Yeah, and I think then she'll get a lot. But
yeah,
I don't see a reason why people are going to spill to her.
Shiny, welcome.
Otherwise,
all books ordered at Catapult will be signed by me. Yeah. So we're still definitely like a lot. I was told last year it was
It was like midnight. Eastern,
12:06 is when the feeds came back up. So we are like a good 20 minutes past there. Oh, they said music just went off. Not for me. Charlotte, thank you for the $7 Canadian. Shout out your best friend Soraya. Soraya. Shout out. Yeah, I'm still getting music.
Yeah, I'm still hearing music also.
Just gonna be my signature for those books from Catapult. There are at this point over 2,000 of them. So people are saying hi, Quinn. Is Quinn in the chat? Oh, there he is.
Ooh.
Where are the shots at? Says Quinn. Quinn, you're in the wrong chat, bro. Feel free to jump on the call though, Quinn. You can hang out.
Pull up. Yeah, once again, I was like, well, it's not midnight yet because I'm on the central time. This keeps happening to me, man. Math. The math is betraying me.
Yeah. Central time is the worst because nobody ever translates Central time.
No, it's on me. I have to do the pluses and minuses, which I was doing fine, but then this last week I feel like I fumbled it so many times. I was supposed to record with Shannon Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and I was chilling at like 8:45 when she called me on WhatsApp trying to be like, "Are we doing this still?" I was like, "Shoot, I'm sorry." Yeah.
Oof.
Taran, let's look at the draft real quick. Who's in the front? Who's looking good now among us?
Oh, draft wise, I don't actually know the teams other than my own.
So Rob still has Keanu, Catherine, and Rachel. He has all three people on his team.
That's pretty solid.
I somehow made it out of this week with both Mickey and Vince, which was looking bad. Amon is rocking a solo Morgan on his team. And then my front runner, I mean, I don't know, but Melissa has Ava and Will, who I think is a good duo right now. Also,
that's a little rough, I think.
It was looking good. Like before Zach went out, Melissa I thought was the front runner easy with that combination. And then Audience is out as of tonight. So Audience, sorry, but you have to sit this one out now.
Yeah. So you've got Vince, which I think is solid. Rob with Keanu, Catherine, Rachel is maybe I would say the leader. I have Ashley, Lauren, Kelly. Kelly's not winning. Ashley and Lauren are at best dark horses.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like that I have numbers, but I think Rob outpaces me, and you with Vince alone, I think, is still pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm not as high on my odds, but like more than I was before. But we'll see. Oh,
music's definitely actually off this. Yeah.
Yep.
Yolanda, thank you for the $5.
I'm hearing it. I'm hearing the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It's up.
Okay,
we're live.
Here we go. Rachel's standing in the corner. Oh, no one's out yet.
They are quiet, which is pretty common.
Yeah.
At this point.
Well, we're before the first goo too. When is that happening?
Yeah. The Mystere Express.
Okay, I know you do channel point bets. You should make it when is the first goo and put a timestamp on it.
Let me see if I can
what do you think of the hand placements here with like over the head for Keanu, and is that Kelly next to him?
So the hand placements are definitely different than normal. They have they have a couple of options below them, but they also have options above them. That's, I would say, fairly significant. Hand placement above you is going to be way better for leaning. holding yourself leaning up, you can actually like hold your upper body up. So this actually could go, I would say, a bit longer.
I don't love. Am I wrong to not love the one hand low, one hand high strat?
It depends. I would say like because I think they're leaning a bit right now. Holding one above while the other one's below could be good because it would save. It would allow you to swap. So like one hand is using the like upper body triceps, while your lower hand is using like whatever that's using. And then you can kind of like swap to the other side. And rest your each arm like sort of at a time, as opposed to like burning your strength in one position consistently. Yeah, this is interesting.
There's a lot of adjustment. Uh-oh.
Wow, it's so quiet.
Oh no. Oh.
Here it goes. Just water right now.
All right, we got the water. Yep.
So water is how they kind of got kind of tried to outmaneuver Taylor's strategy. It's hard to keep your handhold clean when it's just like not viscous goo, but just actual water coming in. Man, they're really reacting to the water. Silver Web Surfer, thank you for the $10. Do I think Rachel's annoyed she missed another wall comp? Probably.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for the subscriptions, guys. By the way, Quinn, if you're still in the chat, I did send you a message on Discord if you want to jump on the call, but totally up to you. Is that Ashley?
In the non-dark clothes, yes.
Yeah, she sounds not great.
Yeah. That was my concern with the one hand up, one hand down, is that it's kind of awkwardly, like it's a lot of pressure on the wrists, I feel like.
Yeah, if they're leaning forward. I think when you're leaning forward, that's when you really want to. Oh, they're leaning back up.
Nope, she got saved.
Ashley is not confident. So I believe what we're seeing here, Vince on the very left, followed by Morgan, then Ava, then Kelly. Is that Kelly?
See, I thought it was Kelly, but I was told Lauren.
Is that Lauren? Who's in the green there?
Yeah, the olive green.
She's hiding her face. I think it's
Oh,
Kelly.
you know what? That is Kelly because the hair on the bottom left looks Lauren to me.
Yeah, I think it's Kelly, then Keanu.
Mm-hmm.
Then we
Will,
have
Ashley.
well, after Keanu, I think it's Lauren, then Catherine,
then it's
then Mickey,
Lauren,
then
Catherine, yeah,
Ashley, then Will.
and Will. Yeah, that's right.
Ashley, think of the 5. Will Lauren throw to Cat if it's down to them? She could. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Although I think Lauren might want to win the wall. And Matt, thank you for the 5 as well. Another week of the Vinny impression. Yeah. TC, thank you for the
Taran, do you think
robots.
Rachel looks upset that she's missing the wall comp?
You gotta be, right? Your 3rd season, you still haven't made a wall comp?
That is wild.
Will Vinny poop his pants? I really think this one might last with the upper handholds.
I am not loving what Keanu's doing right now. What is this formation? Uh-oh.
Chris Ned, thank you for the 3 months in advance. Superfluous, thank you for the 6th. Ooh. Wow, that was scary.
Every year that gets me. I forget about the smoke.
I have the volume turned so high because they're so quiet.
Yeah, same. And we're being quiet too, so it's just out of
Bobby,
nowhere.
welcome to the Robot Army. Hunter, thank you for the 5 over on YouTube. The overhead grips help the big strong guys. That's how Jackson won 21. Keanu would be my pick. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah, Hunter Kelly in my YouTube chat mentioned this, and I think it's right. I think the upper handholds additionally help people like Keanu.
For sure.
His biggest disadvantage is how top heavy he is. Being able to use his strength to hold himself up, hold that upper half up, I think will be big. B, welcome to the Robot Army. Thank you so much. Guzzy with a $2 over on YouTube. If I'm Vinny, I'm throwing it. I don't know if I am. Shara, thank you for the 3rd month. What I will say is that bottom beam is right about at butt level.
It is.
That's not good for Keanu, even without his butler butt.
Because he got cake.
Yep. They do have a squat blocker.
Honestly, that bottom plank does look like it's there just so they can't nestle their butts in the frame of the window.
There are some people like Morgan is, I would say, like almost below the bar. Ava is like fully, like Ava has the bar in like the lumbar portion of her back, which is actually pretty good. I think butt placement on that back bar might be important. Some of these shorter people might have an advantage there. Yolanda with $5. Do we know if we started watching at the very beginning? I bet we did. Because it really oh yeah, did anyone note the time of when it started? I think I tweeted it out exactly that moment. It was 9:32. So 45 minutes will be 10:47. No, sorry, that's an hour and 15. 45 minutes would be 10:17. Taran, is butt placement in the book? Reiner, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to Robot Army. Yeah, I also weirdly didn't realize that Lauren was taller than Catherine like that.
Yeah, when you see it like this.
Charlotte, thank you for the $10.
It's significantly more right now, the height difference. Are they telling her to do a second take? Like what?
Oh, for sure. I'm sure she's got them in her ear.
Yeah.
Tim, thank you for the 5. Imagine Will wins this. Angela, thank you for coming to Robot over on YouTube. It's so weird that Mickey's still there. I was really thinking she was going to be gone this week. So the fact that she's still there is just like weirding me out.
It's been bizarre. So I don't want to, we can talk about this on the update if you'd rather, but because I haven't listened to the pod, so I have no idea if you've discussed what was Riley doing in that comp, because he looked like he knew what he was doing and then he locked in. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. I think he just like was racing Morgan and then didn't even see Mickey.
Oh,
but,
I see.
But in the process, still lost the the race with Morgan.
Yeah, I mean they were. So many things happened. They tied, then Morgan locks the tie. That didn't make sense. And then he didn't try. Yeah. Anyway, can you ask him if he thought he ran out of time, because he did stop at 1 minute 1 second. He could have just kept going for a minute, but.
All right, we're getting prepare for mist. Oh no, it's goo.
How did Ashley avoid getting goo on the upper body?
I bet part of it is that she is wearing a lighter color, but yeah, she did definitely seem to avoid a good amount.
Yeah, her
Elliot
and
with
who's
$20.
Morgan
Thank you.
also didn't get a lot on the upper body.
First time super chatter. I gotta shave the beard. You're only getting away with that because you paid $20. Right, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army.
I think Keanu and Will got it the worst on the goo. And Lauren.
I mean, it definitely matters how much it got up there because that upper hold is so valuable, and the less goo is up there, the better.
It almost feels like you should keep your hand up there until the first goo happens, just so that you protect that layer, that top layer, from getting gooed.
It's definitely, I would say, like, I mean, you want to protect your hands, but you can.
What if, like, you hold it behind your head and neck, but then your arms can block the top shelf also?
Yeah, just protecting the handholds is definitely a solid thing. Ashley with $2, keep the beard. Yeah, we can go over the order again. It is, especially now, it's even more difficult. Vince, Morgan, Ava, Kelly, Keanu, Lauren, Catherine, Mickey, Ashley, Will.
I feel like I wonder. I feel like you have to have long layers on for this because I do think wiping the snot off with your sleeve makes the most sense because Vince is doing it with his hands, but then his hands are gonna get all slimy.
Yeah, you can like shake it off your hands though, which is nice.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, ideally, you just keep your hands as clean as possible because your hands are your most valuable asset.
Yeah, I think the
I bet we're
person with the
getting a
most
fall.
protected hands is Lauren. Now, Ashley?
I think so.
Oh,
I think
Ashley's
with the
shaking.
I think with the goo and the lean, I think we're getting a fall this time.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think they've
Ashley,
already like
long for this.
collectively lasted more than like half the cast in the previous 2 years.
Shout out Will too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she made it one more round at least. Are the sirens coming from the feeds?
They must be. I hear it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think I even would have questioned it. Sophie, thank you for the 8th month. Madeline, thank you for becoming a robot over there on YouTube. And Ashley with $10. This wasn't random placement, was it? If so, everyone is by who they may throw it to. It usually is random placement, I believe. Yeah, helicopter now. The sirens are police coming to get Riley. Thank you, Tim, for the $2. You can become a robot. There's a member. It should be a member button. Join as a member, something like that.
Okay.
Andrew, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. And Jack as well. Thank you so much. Stay hydrated with $2. Ordered the book. Can you write Winds of Winter now? Genuinely, I would like to try. Maureen, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. I feel like I have a soggy diaper on. You know what that means?
I'm pooping my pants.
Oh my god.
Lady Jane, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. Yeah, Ava's not even using the upper holds. I don't think that's going to work for her. I think it's tough though. I don't think she's tall enough to reach up and around. So she'd have to come under, which is actually not as good of an angle. Elliot with $50 over on YouTube.
I'm pooping my pants.
I'm pooping my pants and $50 came out, says Elliot. Jessica, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. And Susie, thank you for the $2. Well, we currently have 3,700 on YouTube, 2,300 on
Taran,
Twitch.
if your arm can fit through like the hole in between the two bars, are you allowed to wedge it, you think, or that's a strict no-no?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it would help all that much.
Yeah.
I think the angle would be weird. All right, here's some water.
Oh, the big test for Ashley. We're about to lean again.
Yep. Julian with $5, thank you. Can I do the pooping my pants sound, but even though it's $5?
I'm pooping my pants.
Boss lady with 2, the walls. Oh, hold on. The wall scene looks great this year. Yeah, I agree. I think it looks fun. It actually reminds me a little bit of the OG wall, BB10. La Basqua with $5. The rail to stand on is so much wider this year. It does look pretty wide. Sorry, I feel like I'm yelling because the rain is so loud in my ears. Ram, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. Mark with $5. Can you get a wow of 5? Of course you can.
Wow, a 5.
Can you? I didn't even hear that. The rain is so loud in my ears. Sean with 5. They should have forced Rachel to stand in the rain too so she can experience the wall comp. Sophia, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. Wake Choke with 4 months. Thank you. They're all still up.
Yeah. Historically, do we know how long no one has dropped? Do we have that statistic?
I do not, but somebody probably does. I mean, I think the wall comp has lasted roughly 45 minutes total for the last few years, and we are like beginning to approach 30 already.
Someone in my chat says, Tomster says, the longest it took for someone to fall was Steven 17, but didn't give me how long that was.
Eurocheese with $10. Record in donations for one night.
Ashley's breathing pretty heavy. I'd be surprised if she survived. Oh, it's 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Euro. I don't know. I doubt we could be. Because there's like some big single donations that we've gotten, like we had a 500 bomb once.
Who was grunting? That would be Ashley.
Ashley's giving birth. Caitlin with $5. Thank you. Thank you, Caitlin. Robot Naz with the tier 3 for 69 months. Thank you so much, Robot. All right, we're cutting.
Taran, if they come back and someone has fallen, sort of gone.
Yeah. I would not be surprised at all if Ashley's off the wall
Yeah.
when we come back. John Bradley, thank you for the $20. My money is on Cat winning. At least 2 people peeing themselves and 0 kept deals. Lee, no stream break on Pluto with $5? Is that true? They're telling me Pluto did not have a feed cut. Is that true?
What? All right, I'm going to pull up Pluto now on the side as well.
Martha, thank you for the $5. No, they're saying Pluto's just behind.
They're typically, what, 3 to 7 minutes behind? No, 3 minutes or 4 minutes behind because they get commercial breaks, but that all makes sense.
TCM, thank you for the $5. Thank you, Taran, for all the work. Going through a tough time. This makes me feel less alone. I'm so happy that that there's something we can do. It genuinely, listen. I get lonely when the Big Brother season is not on. It's always nice to enjoy these times with the community, especially stuff like this. The wall is going. We're all pumped about the eviction. This is Big Brother at its best, you know? Rolling AK, thank you for the 57th question. Was I surprised at all that that Riley got questions that seemed to celebrate the showmans? Unfortunately, I was not surprised. Man, feed still down is rough.
Yeah. The longer it goes, the more
Thank you,
concerned I am for how many
66th.
people are going to be gone.
I mean, they've held on for a while. Like we might just have PTSD from previous walls, you know?
That's true. That's true.
Oh, we're back.
Back. Oh my God, Will and Ashley are gone.
Yep.
Yep.
Sorry to the prediction, people. I'll give it a little bit of time to see if we find out who went down first. Anything? I'm not hearing who went down first. All right, I'm gonna refund. Oh, that means I have to.
Well,
Next.
Morgan's leaning a lot more than before we feeds cut.
I have to redo the whole thing now because I didn't actually follow through on this. Ava, Catherine, Keanu, Kelly, Lauren, Mickey, Morgan, Vince. I really think Morgan needs to hold the upper.
Yes, I think so too. Oh, no, she's out. Oh.
Morgan is down.
Ah, too late. They didn't cut it fast enough. We saw it.
After all that talk about the wall comp, Morgan is out
humbling.
third.
Yup. And if they are truly doing have-nots for the first three, she's a have-not this week also.
Prediction is up again.
Yeah, it looked like she slipped to me at the very end because she was holding on.
I think she really needed to use the upper holds. It was a huge mistake not to do so.
You called it.
CJ, thank you for the becoming a robot. And Elliot with $100. Might not do 500 at once, but with our powers combined, we are Captain Planet. Dude, I loved Captain Planet when I was a kid. Wife pre-ordered 5 copies of the book. Dude, thank you so much. And then Lauren with 50 right after. Thank you for being awesome and speaking up when it matters. Thank you, Lauren. Oh boy, Jessica with 20 Canadian. Oh geez, I'm falling behind here. Tell Quinn if he comes up with a good drinking game that this should at least pay for his first few sips. And then we had Julian, Miss Peel Me Off for the $5. Thank you. Oh boy. Yeah, they really peeled her off. So this is obviously pretty significant. If we're talking about Rachel's allies, they just went down 1, 2, 3.
Yup. This is not good. Who's the next Rachelist ally there?
Keanu. Or Ava.
Ava, then Keanu. Okay.
Tim, thank you for the $2. Morgan fell off harder than Riley fell for Cat. I really think that there are only 2 people on that wall that won't put Rachel up, and I think it's Ava and Keanu.
Damn.
Hunter, thank you for the $5. The judges can have a meeting while the rest of the house competes in the wall. All right. Tomato with $5. Tell my mom Michelle to answer my text. She's watching the wall and ignoring me.
Taran, question. Does Keanu feel betrayed by Vinny? Well, we will find out, obviously, with the feeds. But as of right now, do you think, like, is your prediction that Keanu's going to feel annoyed by Vinny voting out Riley?
I have to imagine to some degree, for sure.
Do you think he'll put him up?
I doubt it. I think he has got bigger problems. Ohio, thank you for the $2. What's the longest they've held a wall tilts? I don't know exactly, but if they really want the comp to end, they'll hold it for a while. Jerry with 10.
10!
Hey, 10.
Gifted subs. This whole cutting the feeds every time someone falls is very annoying.
It is. I nearly uttered the words, "You might as well not give them to us at all." Then I said, "I'm sorry if
Thank
you
you for
heard that. I
$2.
actually lied. I love it. Please keep it because I mean I'd still rather this than nothing." But
Mark wants to know, will Vince put Rachel? I think he will. I think that like who else would Vince act? The only thing is obviously Vince is like a timid player, but Rachel is the only person he should even think about targeting. Like it's not even close. Charlotte, thank you for the $5. Team Rachel all the way. Virtually, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. Lisa, thank you for the 200 bits. Does Rachel want to go home? I mean, she'd rather go home than the jury, but I'm sure she's here to win. Shauna with $10. Thanks for being my go-to Big Brother feed updater. Watch your podcasts every morning. Thank you so much, Shauna. I got a little yogurt bowl. I'm prepped. Amy, thank you for the $2. Indescribable. Hold on, I can't see your full name. Indescribable love with $50. Taran, you are the only reason I watch Big Brother. Your dedication on the live feeds the highlight of my day. Thank you. Ordered a book. Thank you so much. You guys are so nice. I really appreciate all the support, guys. What a night. CJ with 2. BB14 was 3 hours, 16 minutes. I just kept scrolling up. Astral with 20. That's like 210. Thank you for 20 gifted subs. All right, we're back.
We're back.
10.
No one else has dropped. No one else has dropped.
Yep.
Okay, good. Took a while though.
That was a while. Mark, thank you for the $10.
Look, Ava looks struggle city right now.
Ashley with 5. Team Keanu.
Is she the one counting?
Yolanda with 2.
Yeah.
I feel like I thought it was Lauren that was counting,
Oh, okay.
but I could be wrong.
I can't. The
thanks again, Astral. Here's
It's
a-
not enough quality.
10. Okay, 10.
Kelsey with 5 Canadian. Thank you. Love spending an hour every morning. Highlight of my day. Thank you so much. The rain is so loud. All right. I'll try to refrain from too many sound bites. Katie with $5. Shout out to my mom, TaranArmstrong, who's watching. She's a big fan of yours. Armstrong's in his house. There you go. Thank you for the 5. Ariel with $4 as well. Just got an arc. That's so exciting. TCM with $2. Tell Puya I got bingo tonight. Puya, TCM in my chat says he got bingo.
Hey, amazing. Yeah, the bingo. I got a bingo today, and it was great. Also, I do have to put the live feed one out in a sec, though.
Did I choose robot as my membership symbol? Yeah. Thank you for the $2. Who do we think fell?
Ava, I think. We back? No one
Or
cut.
nobody. No.
Okay, well, we'll take it.
IP with the 600 bits live streaming signing 3,000 books when? Who knows? I can't believe after all that talk, Ava beat Morgan on the wall.
Yeah, that's got to be humbling for sure.
Assassin AK with $2. Seeing the wall now, how would Riley do on this? I think very well. I think very, very well. Aaron, I didn't realize Taran ate. Thank you for the $2. Nick, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. Anissa with the $50. Thank you for all you do. The recaps, the streams, most of all, for always speaking up against the problematic behavior. Been a loyal listener to the podcast since BB23. Can't wait to read the book. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think we're officially past 45 minutes.
How long did the HOH, the Wacom take last year?
I think it was like 40, 50 minutes, I think.
Oh my God.
47, they say. Or no, that's what it currently is. Less than 40,
They're
they
saying
said.
32 minutes last year.
Jeez.
That and the one round OTEV last year, such a disappointment. Ooh.
Morgan in the chat says Morgan has an ice pack, it seems.
Yeah, on her knee. Uh-oh. Goopocalypse. Oh my
Oh, boy.
God. I don't know how, but Catherine's face avoided all of it. And then Ava looks like she's part of the Blue Man group now. Tara, notice how Catherine's top plank has no paint on it at all. And her
To barely
hands are
like 3 months in
clean.
advance.
Oh, Mickey's out.
Mickey!
Mickey's out.
Mickey is down. Mickey is down. That's a good result. Because my butt's too big, she says.
Bruh, she made it to the platform. It's too late. Like, it's too late to cut now. Oh, that was quick. Okay. Uh-oh. I can't tell if Keanu's struggling or he's just stretching a little.
I don't think he'd be struggling because they're upright right now.
Yeah, I think it's more of a stretch.
Down they go. Oh, someone needs to pee.
Was that Kelly?
Sounded like Kelly.
Dear God, I hope Kelly doesn't just... Kelly would be the person to just pee herself right now. I don't want that.
At least they're not doing a pressure cooker.
Yep.
Lexi, thank you for the $5. Has RGB ever done a live show for Big Brother like they do Survivor? Yeah. A bunch of times, actually. They're super, super fun. If you ever manage to, if you ever have the opportunity to catch one, highly recommend it. And thank you for pre-ordering the book. Ava is down.
Ah, that sounded bad. All right. She's fine. She's fine. Taran, Kelly can't win. Okay, we've decided.
Keanu now the only person I think on that wall that will not target Rachel.
This is bad.
And that's not a given either necessarily.
He could still very well put her up.
Woo! Keanu got caught by surprise there.
Yeah, he's a little too lax for my liking. He needs to lock in. Oh, it's going lower. Oh, who's that?
Keanu went 2 hands. They're
Oh,
all
that's Keanu.
No, everyone but Vince is 2 hands right now.
Yeah. Ooh, is Kelly struggling? She's shaking a little bit.
Jessica, thank you for the 5 Canadian. We lag a bit in Canada. Can I say who was left to right? Right now, left to right is Vince, Kelly, Keanu, Lauren, Catherine. Oh boy. Kelly is close to coming off here. Oh, they pulled it up. She barely survived that. Gideon with the 10. Thank you so much. Will your book be available on Kindle? Yeah, it should be. All right, we're getting a splash. Or rain, I should say. All right, I'm going to be right back. All right. Sci-File, thank you for the 100 bits.
All right. Let's see. Who should Keanu is I don't think he's comfortable anymore.
Some more slime coming. That was a big one.
Kelly's gone. She's lingering.
Oh boy. She seems weirdly comfortable. She seems like she's stretching out. Yeah.
That's annoying. I hate that she's showboating and then made that look easy. Oh my God, Keanu, no, you're too big for this, please.
Ashley with the $2. Would
How
Lauren
is he
put up
gonna get himself
Keanu?
back up?
Honestly, probably not.
Okay,
But who
okay,
knows?
never doubted him. Never doubted him.
Down goes Kelly.
Yes, yes.
4 remain. Cat going staggered. Arms up.
I feel like Vince has also been safe this whole time for the most part.
I still do like the one arm up, one arm down approach, which he has consistently been using. Keanu looking like he's starting to struggle.
Lauren also. I think that's Lauren breathing heavy like that.
I heard Keanu breathing. Drew, thank you for the $1. Silver with $9.99. Is it a deal making time between Vince and Keanu? Theoretically, they don't need to make deals with each other. But
Yeah,
I think,
Taryn, I
there's
think
still
we
people on the
both,
block.
everyone got static in their left ear. That wasn't just us, if you were
Yeah,
wondering.
yeah. Oh, Keanu really struggling. I think he might come down. I don't think he's got it in
No,
him.
not my king. Not my king. He did it, Taryn. He's solid. He's solid.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
it's not looking good.
I think this might be the end for Keanu. He's still there. Oh,
Okay,
he swapped
still there,
he
feedback.
swapped to a hybrid approach. No, back to 2 arms up.
Oh,
Yeah,
back
you
to-
can
oh,
tell.
No, back to hybrid.
The 2 arms up is killing him. Vince is now 2 arms up.
I think Lauren's struggling the most here.
Lauren's starting to struggle now. Lauren's
Oh,
elbows
he's out again.
are flaring. That's a sign of the grip running low. Once your grip goes, you got nothing. That's it. Really hard to recover that.
Oh, Keanu, no.
That's why this is really dangerous for Keanu, because that's really going to tax the grip.
Yeah.
But I think his... Oh, and down he goes.
Ah, sadness, sadness, sadness.
And that is a rough result for Rachel.
Mm-hmm. Taran, if someone's gonna huff the Rachel copium, who's the best outcome for a maybe she won't get put up?
I'm trying to think.
Because is it Vince? It feels like it's Vince.
It could
I don't
be
think
Vince.
Yeah.
I think it's probably Vince. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
Unlikely.
there's no world where he shouldn't target her, but it's Vince, so... Lauren just slipped. And slipped again.
Mm-hmm. It's not looking good for Lauren.
I think it's coming down to Kat or Vince. Vince looks comfortable, is what I will say. Elliot with the $10.
Lauren says, coming up on longest wall since Celebrity Big Brother 3, 1 hour, 6 minutes.
How we're going to handle the exit interview tomorrow. We're going to do our best. I did talk about it a bit more at the start of the stream as well, if you want more of an answer. I can't even see Lauren. All right, here they are. I think this is Vince's if he wants it.
Do you think he...
I'm not sure he'd want to give it to Kat because he just voted against her.
Yeah, I think he drops for Lauren, though, if it's just the two of them left.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that.
Yeah.
I think it's a mistake for both Lauren and Kat to be holding up right now. But the fact that they are indicates to me that, yeah, there you go. Lauren puts her hands down. It's just a waste of energy to have your arms up right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lauren should win. I think you take power when you can get it. She's not in a super safe spot. Yeah, she could throw it to an ally, but like, why throw it to Vince and give him even more of a resume if she plans to go to the end with him? Vince is just in such a better position. He's only having to use one arm. That's massive.
Oh. Oh.
All right, we're going deep.
Oh, Lauren's so not making it out of this one, Taran. I think this is it for Lauren.
And she's hanging with no feet.
That's wild. Damn. Okay.
And they're going back down. They're like, hold on.
Now, wait, Lauren, do it again if you're bad. Oh, no. Lauren, no. Oh, this is mean. This is mean.
Oh, and down she goes.
She drops on the way up.
And
got
it
a
comes
showdown.
Down to two. The prediction is now who wins? Who wins the wall? That is the prediction. You have 2 minutes to make your prediction. Who wins the wall? Is it Catherine? Is it Vince? Oh, and they're chatting.
Oh, we got deal?
They haven't even talked since the vote, they said.
Aw.
He said, I just wanted to give you space. She's like, I don't know why you didn't even explain yourself. So, can't imagine he's going to feel comfortable dropping. Oh, man. Okay, we're back. Drew with the $1. Thank you.
Kenny posted, I'm down for whatever. It's so funny.
She does not seem interested in making a deal with him.
No. And I think he now knows that he needs to win this. Like, if he wants to make good with her, the best thing he can do is win it and then not put her up if he wants to. But
I mean, a Catherine win where she does put up Vince is good for Rachel, even if she also goes on the block.
who would Keanu vote out if there's the two of them on the block? Well, now maybe Rachel definitively gets saved by him, but before he flipped.
There's so much to be determined based on the fallout from that eviction. Changes so much. %67% of chat thinks Vince will win this.
Oh, low key, I didn't see Catherine struggling at all, but her form right now looks worse than Vince's. I didn't realize how much she was leaning. Yeah, because I couldn't see her earlier with all the people in between them.
Ooh, Vince goes 2 arms up. Nope, he's just switching.
Switches. One hand.
Ashley, thank you for the 5.
Okay.
Nah, he's just resting. I think. No, okay, he's starting to struggle. He's starting to struggle a little. Grip switching is risky, but if you are able to rest one arm, use the other, that will give you a huge leg up. He is switching more often, which is a sign he's starting to deteriorate, but Catherine is also looking real bad. And the fact that he has the ability to just rest on one arm still is just huge. I really don't think it's super close right now.
Is that heavy breathing Vince? It sounds Vince.
I think it's Cat.
It's Cat?
Mm-hmm.
Might sound ignorant. Can one squeeze a core?
Yeah, you can clench your core.
Okay.
Vince has a great angle, that right behind his head spot. I think this is done.
Yeah.
I think it's done. I think it's done.
This is it. This is it.
Down goes
GG's.
Cat.
Vince is the HOH.
Vince has won HOH.
What are you yelling for, little man? What?
Vince showboating sounds so unnatural.
I know.
Vince has won. He gingerly gets off the wall.
That's so you can't act badass and then try and like slowly linger. Yeah, that's the aura's lost. He lost everything he farmed there. It's over.
Let's go. All right. There it is.
All right. Well, we went longer than last year, Taran. That's
way
cool.
longer, yeah. That was over an hour.
Amazing. We'll take the little victories, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you staying on?
We'll stick around for a little bit, but I think the feeds could be down for a while before they actually come back for proper stuff. But we'll see. I'll be around. I'll be chatting.
All right, I'm gonna send over my squad over to you. I'm gonna go get some food sorted before feeds come on.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, this was fun, man. See you tomorrow morning.
All right, see you later.
All right.
Okay. There it is. Vince wins the wall comp after Morgan goes out third. Okay. So, let's chat about this. Vince just made a big play. It's possible he got in trouble for it. We don't really know. Apparently, he didn't talk to Catherine afterward. That conversation with Catherine felt pretty icy. If Morgan and Rachel and Ashley and Will are smart, they will be up on him quick and fast to make sure that he locks in with them. Even just getting Catherine on the block would be huge, but Lauren is going to push back against that, I bet. Granted, this is Lauren we're talking about. If you can get Catherine on the block, that's big. Welcome, Booyah. We also don't know what his current status is with Keanu. I doubt he would want to put Keanu on the block if he can help it. But that is another angle they can push. Mickey is also a huge angle to push. I think Mickey as a pawn, regardless of who the target is, regardless of who anyone else is on the block, whoever else might be on the block, Mickey definitely a big option that I could for sure expect to potentially go up there. Nobody would have a problem with it, which is exactly what Vince wants. Guzzy, thank you for the $2. Rachel, Catherine, Mickey, maybe Keanu going up, says Guzzy. Then of course, you know, Ava did nominate him, but he feels like he has a good working relationship with Ava now, though there might not be a ton of pushback for Ava to go on the block. Kelly, of course, as a pawn, as a volunteered pawn, always an option. So there's a whole bunch of different possibilities. I think who is able to get in with Vince quickly and put pressure on him matters. These initial noms are important. Though, to be honest, if I'm Rachel, there's a chance I want to be nominated, as Vince once said. I'd rather be front doored than back doored, because I was saying this earlier. And this is assuming that Vince is like, you know, a player that, you know, plays. But if you look at the board, all Vince needs to do is damage control Keanu, Kelly, and Catherine. Take out Rachel. He's the easy frontrunner. Rachel gone this week, heading into next week. The blood appetite appeased for Kelly and Catherine. Keanu back on board. Still got Morgan, Mickey. Even the likes of Ava, Ashley, Will, I don't think will be that pressed about losing Rachel. Vince, as a talented player of Big Brother, would make that move. It would be relatively easy to do. And he becomes the easy frontrunner. Is Vince a talented player? I have not seen so thus far. He tends to play a bit more scared. But even again, like a backdoor play, you put up like Mickey, Kelly, Catherine. Throw up Rachel as a replacement. Sorry, I need a pawn, something like that, or maybe a full-on backdoor. The problem is that if you go too light on the initial noms, you might not have the votes for the renom. CJ, thank you for the $2, and Jessica with the 5 Canadian. I appreciate it. The problem is Mickey on the block is easy, but invites a failed shot. It's exactly why Rachel did what she did with her nominations. She did not want to miss a shot, so she made sure that she did not put up an easy out. Mickey is now an easy out. Kelly is an easy out. By putting those people up, he is inviting a scenario where he does not control the votes to send them home. To send a real target home. Let's take a look at the potential votes. Let's assume something like Rachel versus Mickey. Let's assume you have Kelly, Catherine, Lauren as votes to evict Rachel. You would need one of maybe you get Morgan, and that's a 4th plus a tiebreaker. It's not impossible. Rachel versus Kelly, harder. But not necessarily, because I think you do have you then have Mickey. You have Mickey, Catherine, Lauren. But you don't have, you might not have Morgan. Probably don't have Morgan. Maybe don't have Morgan. It depends. Remember, Vince, I think, is capable of pulling Morgan to go against Rachel. I think it's doable. I actually think it's doable. I think that he can go easy with the noms and then pull votes. I think that's actually a fairly doable thing. You just have to be confident that you can outplay Rachel for votes. Would he put Ashley up? Ashley up doesn't make a lot of sense to me unless you're going to just go full board and go Ashley, Rachel, Will or something. Because by putting Ashley up, you're breaking the judges by itself. And I don't think that does much for you. The Keanu situation is strange. I mean, the good thing for Vince here is that people like Catherine and Keanu are now heavily incentivized to forgive him. I really do think this is a phenomenal HOH for him to win. And if he handles it well, if he takes out Rachel, that puts him in a very good spot. It's just a matter of figuring that out. For Rachel, she just needs to survive this HOH. This was a bad result for Rachel because not only does it put her on the potential defensive, but it also means that any ammunition she had to use against Vince, I told you he wasn't trustworthy, is now a much harder sell. She has to basically wait a week to use those talking points. She really, really needs to push the judges. Biscuits! Thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. But listen, I keep saying this. I can only analyze as far as logic takes me. You know what I mean? I can tell you the view of the board. But I can't tell you how much Vince's, you know, timid nature will impact decisions. Kat really should have taken the deal if there was a deal on offer. She should have been negotiating. For sure. She was struggling, he was not. If I had to make a call, who do I think he puts up? It's honestly a pretty big shot in the dark. Rift with 5 gifted. Thank you.
Wow, a 5.
Thank you for that generosity, Rift. I think Mickey is the strongest possibility. Then the next tier would be something like Catherine Kelly. Then the next tier would be like Ava Keanu. And then if he wanted to just go full force, which I don't think he will, it could be like Ashley, Rachel, Will. You know what I mean? I can't see a world where he puts up Morgan or Lauren. But I do think that Rachel will be a significant consideration for a backdoor. So in some ways, it might be better for her to go up on the block initially. But again, it depends. Ashley with the $5, thank you. Can't wait for feeds. Riley Fallout might be watered down with a Vince HOH. Yes, for sure. That's part of the reason why it's kind of sucks that we didn't get feeds in between. Although apparently they didn't have much of an interaction anyway. But hard to have big fallout when Vince is the HOH and he was the main flipper. How likely is it that Vince fully commits to the judges for the week? Honestly, I don't think it's super likely. He's talked plenty about how he feels like he's obviously at the bottom of that alliance. It just doesn't really behoove him to target anybody else. Unless he has fully lost people like Kelly and Keanu. But if he's fully lost Kelly and Keanu, then that's a problem. That's a bigger problem. I mean, here's the other thing. You know, in the world where Keanu is saying, don't put up Rachel, that also could impact things. Flash of feeds. Wow, we might be back already. We'll stick around a little longer if the feeds come back. Yep, we're back. Probably a lot of cleanup before we get any real talk, though. Thank you, JJ in the sky. Would it not behoove Vince to keep Rachel as a shield? Honestly, no. I really don't think there's any scenario where it makes sense for Vince to keep Rachel around. She is his biggest op in the house by far. Vince already chatting with Kelly and Keanu. Like they're all good buds. This is, again, I feel like taking Riley out was such a good play for Vince. With Riley gone, him and Lauren, I think, are the deadliest pair competitively at this point. Him winning this wall is... Granted, the wall is a somewhat unique competition. It's not necessarily an indication that he's going to win more, but this is now his second HOH. Lauren has won an HOH and a veto. Lauren came in top 3 of the wall. Ironworks, thank you for the $20. Thank you. Thank you for getting the book. What do I do in the off season? I write a book. that's been me for the last 3 years. Am I still climbing? Unfortunately, not much during the season so far. Vanessa's in the book a little bit, yeah. I do think Keanu could have done better if not for that butt plank. Amazon counts it. Yeah, any order right now is a pre-order. But only the book catapult has signed copies at the moment. It still weirds me out that Mickey's still in the game. Why don't they allow the winners / people on there longer to shower first? No worries for ordering a Kindle copy. No update on the audiobook at the moment, unfortunately. I do not have an updated tally either at the moment, no. All venues are pretty similar at the moment. I mentioned it before, but like there's a world where or there's like some things where like I should probably try to start getting some other bookstores involved for bestseller lists, but that plan is not in place at the moment. Julie, think of the $5. Thanks for making the season worth watching. CBS needs to pay for retaining viewers. Ashley with $5. Do I think Mickey will get wind of how she was almost out? This week? Maybe. If she is going up as a pawn, I think it's kind of used. Maybe not like, oh, you were almost out, but like your situation is not as good as you think it is. Michelle, think of the $5. You can buy the book at Barnes & Noble. Their website. Hello, thank you for the 36th in a row. I was still doing well on Amazon, by the way. I was back to #1 TV release, TV show. But then I started dropping again. Parv got ahead of me after Australian Survivor vs. the World started airing. And now I'm behind a few more. That Jeopardy 2026 day-to-day calendar. Gracie, I think the 17th. I'm not gonna lie, the tired is hitting me hard and fast right now. It's actually easier when there's no feeds versus when there's just a noise of feeds, you know? Vince hasn't even showered yet. I feel like we're probably gonna be a little while before we get anything solid. So we'll probably wrap here. I bet you there's gonna be, if Vince stays up super late, I bet you there'll be strategy talks tonight. He's not going to bed early. Lisa, thank you for the $5. Thanks for the live stream. More than made up for CBS airing football instead of the live eviction. Oh boy. Thank you all so much for the donations on YouTube, crushed. That was awesome. I think we had between YouTube and Twitch like peak viewership of like 6,000 viewers ish. Which is amazing. Thank you for the subs, the gifted subs, the bits, the memberships on YouTube, the donations on YouTube. The book orders, the Patreons. What a night. You know, nights like this are what makes the whole thing just like when things are bad, they're bad. But when they're good, you know? And really appreciate all of you. Brian with $10. Thank you so much. Here's another. Sounds toxic. Yeah, I was gonna make a toxic relationship joke on the podcast when they were talking about how they're having like we're having fun now. But they had also just talked about Riley, and I was like, not the time. Not the time to make the joke. We make that joke all the time about Big Brother, but his love knows no boundaries. Yeah, Luke, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. This is the 4th time in a row someone in an end spot won. Interesting. Interesting. Do I have my Riley questions ready? No. Oh, Rachel and Morgan. Be smart to get on the same page as Morgan quickly. I don't think they're talking game though. Yeah, Vince talking about feeders. They're underestimating how long they're up for. Jessica, thank you for the 20 Canadian. First time mom, valuable nap time because you could never keep up without you and your enthusiastic takes. Thank you. Keanu will not leave Vince's side. Smart. Yeah, I was on Jokers back in the day. I mean, not like commenting on Jokers, but I used to read it. All right, I always get distracted by the feeds. They're just never ending, you know? That's how it goes. Drew, thank you for the $5. YouTube better than Twitch, and I said that, says Drew. I forgot to end the poll. Most people said over 45 minutes, but I think a lot of them answered that after 45 minutes. We record with Riley. Won't be live. What did he say? I had him muted. Keanu said there's a couple people not happy with you. You definitely needed this. Interesting. We'll see. All right. Anyway, thank you again. What a night. What a day, man. How much have I streamed today? This was a 3-hour stream. We did an hour for the episode, an hour and a half on the podcast. We did a 3-hour Survivor stream before that. Clocking in today. All right, I'll be back tomorrow morning interviewing Riley. Update. Q&A. That is the plan. We'll see where things go from there. Still can't believe Riley's gone. This season looks completely different now. That was like, I feel like here, okay, let me tell you. I feel like this is what happened. I feel like a time traveler came back and got Riley evicted. Riley won the season, and then somebody came back in time and like moved Mickey's ball up to 38. Like grown-up Trunks came over with his sword. And now we are living in the better timeline. And Riley is just some forgotten pre-juror instead of the winner of Big Brother 27. In this case, Riley is Frieza. Riley is Frieza, and I guess Vince is Cell. um Anyway. Thank you again. I'm going to head off, but I appreciate you all. Make sure you're following over on YouTube or whatever, you know, subscribing. Make sure you're checking out all the things for you when you get notified for the things. I got the Patreon. I got the book. You guys all know what's happening. Oh, I would totally do a Dragon Ball. I've already done a Dragon Ball rewatch. Just not on Patreon. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much, and I will see all of you tomorrow.